One Piece chapter 847, Luffy and Big Mom. Oh my god, guys. We got a great chapter today. Like, what a good chapter to drop on Thanksgiving. Confirming so many theories and so many speculations about Lola and Big Mom and Luffy and Big Mom's relationship and how she's gonna kind of treat the Straw Hats. It was a crazy chapter. Let's just hop right into it. I'm gonna do it periodically so we can get this all done really well. Let's go to chapter 1. So I really like the cover page with Kyros and Rebecca. I love them. I love the Dressrosa. I was a big fan of the arc just because of the color spread and the palette and Gear 4, and Doflamingo was, I think, my favorite villain in One Piece. I just love his character design, and his character is like based off of the Joker, like one of my favorite villains of all time. He's amazing. His character is amazing, and I can't wait to see more of him. But why are we talking about Doflamingo right now? Alright. But the chapter opens up, and Carrot has been captured by Brûlé, and she's being hung over this pot of stew, like by a string, like she's about to get dropped in, like she's the final ingredient. And Chopper is tied up in his heavy point form. I don't know what happened. There was like a time skip. They were obviously captured by Brûlé, and something happens, and Carrot's about to be cooked. But Chopper obviously has like a plan going, you know, he's like, alright, I'm in heavy point now, I can just transform and get out of this heavy point. I can even go into monster point right now if I need to. So he has a plan, and their little scene ends when Chopper says, this is my chance, and it cuts to the Whole Cake Island capital sweet city. And we get to see Big Mom and the Germa 66, like the Vinsmoke family. They are kind of discussing. Big Mom has this book, and it's full of like species that she like keeps alive in the book. It's like they're alive inside of the pages, kind of like Harry Potter. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, how like people can be alive inside of books and pages and shit. But the Vinsmokes see that she's trapped all these species to preserve them, and even their faces, they're kind of like, man, like this lady's kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know what's good with this lady, but she's kind of crazy. And she's very proud. She's overtly proud about her collection, and she's talking about this and that, and how like, and then Judge brings up the fact that like the Whole Cake Islands are very diverse. That he has noticed a very diverse number of races, and that there's a bunch of people. Yeah, so the Judge basically said he said, Big Mom, ever since entering this country, we've witnessed an incredible level of diversity. However, there's one race in particular that I have yet to witness in this land. I feel like it would have been hard to miss them if they were around. And he goes, I'm talking about the giants. And Big Mom's face is like, she was triggered by that, obviously. That kind of triggered her. And I don't know why, but she says, really? Well, you probably just missed them. So, apparently, one of the characters we've probably seen since like, he said, like, Oda specifically decided to say you there, as if he's speaking to the audience, you know, you can use that. Like, we just must have missed it. So, one of the characters that we've seen may be part giant. They just may not be huge. So, I'm thinking maybe Commander Smoothie, maybe Big Mom herself. What do you guys think? Who do you think is a giant that we have seen yet? That, like, maybe besides, like, Smoothie. Have we missed anyone? Have they just not been introduced yet? Is it the final commander? I don't know. But someone comes in the room and interrupts them, this guy, and he's like, we've brought the two you've asked for. And Luffy and Nami have been captured inside of this jail cell, inside of this guy's book, inside of Pedospedo's book. He's the eldest son of Big Mom. They're trapped in one of his books, and it's like a jail cell. And they're covered in Mizuame, like the candy stuff, so they're all sticky, and Nami's like, it's pissing me off, let me out. And basically, here comes Mama, and Mama comes down the stairs in Denden Mushi form, but it's still Big Mom, and she goes, long time no talk, Straw Hat Luffy, so you finally come this far. God, man. I still think, even after this chapter, even how she treated them, I still think she's curious in Luffy's behavior and how he's gonna, like, act. But immediately, Luffy's like, Big Mom, let me out of here, I need to go back. He's like freaking out. He's reacting in a way that we would expect Luffy to react. He's jumping to conclusions. He's overtly just over the top with everything, but he's yelling at her. He's like, I need to get out of here. He's very matter of fact. And Mama's like, still quite lively, I see. So she's still piquing interest on him. But Luffy is still insisting that he's definitely gonna come back and kick her ass one day. But right now, he's just here to get Sanji. And Big Mom is like, listen, don't get cocky with me, kid. You are a mere grain of sand in the desert that just entered the New World. You'd better not order me around like that. How presumptuous of you. I don't even need to physically be there if I wanted you dead this instant. Like, this wedding means a lot to her. She's incredibly selfish. All she cares about is increasing her own power, and this wedding is a foothold for her to be able to do that. And then she goes on to ask Nami, after her and Luffy like were arguing, she went on to ask Nami about Lola. She's like, girl, I heard that you killed Lola. Is that true? Addressing Nami. And Nami's like, no, Lola's our friend. Like, she gave us this Vivi card saying that you'd be able to help us if we ever needed your help when we came to the New World, as like our sign of friendship. And Big Mom was basically like, quit bullshitting me. Are you fucking kidding me? You should have killed that bitch when you had the chance. She left during one of my most crucial times when I needed her the most. She was supposed to, basically, Lola was supposed to be arranged in a wedding. She was in an arranged wedding that apparently she didn't want to be in. And that's really weird because based on her character in Thriller Bark, she really wanted to get married. She was trying to get married to Absalom. And I think she was in love with Sanji at one point. She was very just like about getting married. So it's very against her character to just... I wonder who like she was paired up with, like who Big Mom was marrying her to, because she ran away. And apparently this was a huge wedding because Big Mom says that like if that kid had like gone through the wedding and went through with this, it would have helped me out so much. I would have been able to take out Shanks, Kaido, and Whitebeard by now. I would have been able to be the Pirate King. Or Queen, because she's a girl, you know? But what does that mean? Like, what happened? What transpired to make her think that shit? Like, that's a bold statement. But I do want to bring up one thing that I forgot to say. Like, before when she was addressing Luffy, she said, if you happen to fuck this up for me, this wedding, and I don't get my sweets and I don't get what I want, prepare for hell. And I think that's some crazy foreshadowing, because shit isn't gonna go her way. That box that she was talking about the tomate box, like, super proud of it, like, it's a national treasure that you gave me, I'm gonna open it in front of everyone at the wedding, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be amazing. Like, bitch, that's just gonna explode in your face. Like, they need to, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. She's crazy, this is crazy, it's going in a direction, and the climax is happening, man. The climax is almost here. But she's talking about Lola, and she says that I would have been the Pirate King. And then Nami's thinking about like all the things that Lola has said about her mom and friendship and marriage and all this and that, and how like good of a person she is, and she's like, oh, Lola, like fuck, like she feels bad, like your mom is speaking to you about this when like you speak so highly about her, like that must suck. And then Luffy's like, Lola's the one who didn't want to marry. You're the one that hasn't become the Pirate King. Like, blaming it on your child and she's making excuses. He's like, you're the one that's getting all cocky just because you're a yonko. And he's like, I'll definitely get Sanji back. And the one that'll win in the end is me. You know what? That's the spirit, Luffy. I like that attitude, man. He doesn't take shit from no one, not even a yonko. And he comes to Sanji and he's like groveling. He's like stressing out, like holding his head and shit. Like, it's like, please guys, don't do anything rash. And it's like, you feel for the guy, because it's like, I mean, you can or you don't. I don't know, man. I feel for Sanji, bro. Like, he's in a shit situation right now. He kind of like, I don't know how I would have dealt with this, with Oda Zeph's head on the line, with your crewmates' heads on the line, with your family up your ass. I don't know, man. But the last few panels in the chapter are some of the there's Baron Tamago and like some of the other crewmates, and there's like, Baron Tamago, it's the Tiger Mink. He's like, you mean the Jaguar? And he's like, Pedro, so you're really here? So they're distracted, obviously. Like, it's an intruder. Pedro is here, and then you hear Brook, and he's like, well then, now that we're in Big Mom's schmancy castle, it's time for me to give a special live concert. Soul King Brook is coming back, guys. We're gonna get a concert. He's gonna sing a song, and the Big Mom is just gonna fall in love with him. she's probably gonna be hella interested in him, this skeleton race. He's a human, but like, he's an alive skeleton. I'd be very surprised if she didn't take an interest in him. Maybe she'll have him perform at the wedding and be like, maybe she's a big fan. What if she's like a fan of Soul King Brook? How crazy would that be? What if, oh my god, because he's like a musician, he's like an artist, you know what I mean? He's probably got fans and shit. Oh my god. Yo, guys, what did you think of this chapter? Like, thank you for listening to my review. I love going through this shit, especially after the live reaction. I feel like I got a chance to let it simmer and really just react to it. God, I really think Brook is gonna make a statement in this arc. He's pulling out his sword. He's gonna do something. Maybe he's gonna break out. Maybe he's gonna break out Luffy and Nami. I don't know. Oh my god. I just can't wait for next week's chapter. Like, One Piece has been so lit lately. Like, anyone watching this video, like, if you haven't read One Piece, I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't read it, but go read the manga. It is so good. It's drawn so well. It flows so well. Oda is amazing. The next chapter is gonna be lit. Every chapter is great for some reason. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm just a fucking One Piece fanboy. But I don't care. It's amazing. But yeah, guys. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe. It always helps me out. Thank you again for 50 subscribers. Like, we're already at 54 and we just hit 50. So we're going strong and I'm super excited. You know, next stop's 100 and we'll do something special for that too. So thank you guys again for watching and I'll see you all later. Peace out.